Today we're going to talk about Pythagorean Theorem. Okay? You remember this from last year in seventh grade. This is where we try to figure out how much each side of a right triangle measures. Okay? The important things to remember is that we find the right angle and then go opposite of that. That one is the hypotenuse. Okay, here, we're going to label that C. And then these are called legs. Okay? I always use the bottom for B, and then the side is A. But it really doesn't matter. You can switch either A and B. It doesn't matter. So remember the formula for this is A squared plus B squared equals C squared. All right? Let me show you right here. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. So what we're going to do next is practice finding the legs and the hypotenuse on the triangle. Okay. Here are a few that we can practice with. Okay, so I know that this one is already set up correctly. This is my right angle. So I can put A here, B is the base, and then C is the hypotenuse. The next one, I need to find the right angle. The right angle is this one here. Okay, and then I can draw my arrow across to know where is C. And then these two will label A and B. Same thing for the next one. I need to find the right angle. That's here. Go opposite. This will be C. And then these two, A and B, does not matter where. Now we're going to practice solving this kind of example. So all I need to do is label the A, B, and C, plug in my numbers to the formula, and then solve it. So let's try that. We'll practice that. Okay? So I see the right angle. That means going across here, this is actually going to be C. It says X, which is fine. Any letters are fine. Okay, but I'm going to go ahead and put down C. This is the bottom, so I'm going to put B and then A. Now I put down my formula and then substitute the numbers inside. Okay, now it's simple. All I need to do is solve for 8 squared. I know that equals 64. And then 15 squared equals 225. And then I'm going to add them together, and that will equal C squared. Okay? However, I'm not done. This is C squared. I need to get C by itself. So I need to use the square root. I'm going to square root 289, and that will tell me the length for one side. Okay, that one is done. Now I'm ready to do the next one. First I need to find where is C. Again, I'm going to look and find the right angle. go opposite of that. So this is C. I'm going to use this for B and A up here. Then I'm going to put down the formula and put in my numbers. Okay, so now I'm ready to solve for each of these. Okay, I'll go ahead and do that now. Now I have set up an equation. So what I need to do is get the B by itself. That means I need to get rid of the 64. To get rid of 64, I need to subtract it. So I'm going to subtract 64. Remember, if I subtract 64 on this side, I have to subtract 64 on this side. So I'm going to subtract 64, and see how much that will tell me for B squared. Okay, that tells me B squared equals 36. Now I'm ready to do the square root. The square root of 36 equals 6. Okay, one more on this side. All right, so now this one's a little bit different. This one tells me the area for that square is 25. I need to figure out how much is one side. Okay, if this area is a squared number, all I need to do is figure out the square root. So the square root of 25 is 5. So this side equals 5. Okay, this side is 3. This is the number I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put down my letters. I know this is my right angle. That means this one is the hypotenuse. Okay, now this one is similar to the last one. I have 9 here. So I need to get rid of that so that I can see how much is A squared. So I'm going to subtract 9 and subtract 9. Okay, so A squared equals 16. Do the square root. A equals 4. Okay, now let's do this example together. It says the hypotenuse for a right triangle is 10 inches and one leg is 6 inches. Find the length for the other leg. Okay, so what I'm going to do is draw my picture and then put down the numbers on the sides. So here's my hypotenuse. It told me that was 10. So I put down 10 here. Okay, and says 6 is one of the legs, so it doesn't matter which. And this one, I don't know. Same thing. Now I want to get b by itself. I need to get rid of 36. So I'm going to subtract 36, subtract 36. Okay, now I'm ready to get the square roots. So b will equal 8. Okay, next example. This one you will probably see a lot. It's talking about a house, and leaning against the house is a ladder. Okay, it says the base of the ladder is 24 feet away from the house. The ladder itself is 26 feet. How far is it up the side? Okay, so I'm going to draw a picture. Okay, I know that this, here's my triangle. There's my right angle. This is going to be my hypotenuse. So I'm going to go ahead and label A, B, C. Okay, it told me the hypotenuse.
Perla Lopez, if you're in the building, please come to the front office. Perla Lopez, please come to the front office.
Told me the hypotenuse is 26. So I'm going to put 26 here, and then it says that it is 24 feet away. Big numbers now. I'm ready to get rid of 576. So I'm going to subtract from this side and subtract from this side. Okay, and last, square root that a squared, and will equal a. Square root 100 equals 10.
Okay, all the custodians come to the front office, please. All custodians to the front office. Thank you.
And another announcement. Okay, it says, what is the perimeter for this triangle? So that's going to be an important word now. Okay, we don't only need to find how much is the hypotenuse, but we also have to find the perimeter. Okay, so let's label A, B, and C. I'm going to put A, B, C. This one is more simple because both of the numbers are together. If they're both together, then I can just simply add them together. Okay, that gives me 169. Now I'm ready to do the square roots. And then I need to add them. Okay, so 5 plus 12 plus 13. Okay, the next one says Julia is trying to arrange 3 squares so that they make a right triangle like shown. The small square has an area of 81. Okay, the large square has an area of 225. How much is this one? Okay, how much is that side? So I'm going to put down that information inside. I'm going to put down 81 here and 225 here. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and label A, B, and C. Okay, go straight across from here. So this is going to be my hypotenuse, or C. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and write down the formula. Now, we're going to be able to skip a little bit here because it tells me that this is already the area. That's already the number squared. This is already the number squared. So I don't need to figure out how much is the square root, how much is the square root, and then square it. That's silly. So I already have that information. So now what I'm going to do is just use the 81. Okay, I don't know B squared, I don't know. But C, I know, already squared for me. Okay? So now I need to get B by itself, which means I need to get rid of 81. So I'm going to subtract 81, subtract 81. Okay, that gives me B equals 144. Now I'm ready to square root, square root. All right, last one. It says you have a TV cabinet that has a 30-inch wide opening, okay? You want to buy a 20-inch TV. Okay, when you buy TVs, the measurement is the diagonal. So this is going to be my hypotenuse. It says the TV is 12 inches tall. How much is the width? Okay, let's see if it fits. Okay, so here's my TV. Remember I said that TVs are measured diagonal across. So this is 20. The height was 12. So if this is my right triangle, here's my triangle, okay, that's going to be C. And then I'll put A and B here. Okay, now it's the same thing again. Now I need to get my B by itself, so I'm going to subtract 144, subtract 144. And then I'm ready to do the square roots. B equals 16. So the question had asked me, was that space big enough for the TV? It said it was 30 inches. This is 16. Yep, it's big enough. Okay, we'll write that down, and that's it.